I am the Grand Inquisitor, and welcome to another Martin's Sci-Fi Appeal, the Star Wars haul. Hey, come back. Guys, have you seen the Grand Inquisitor? Tell him you haven't seen me, okay? Speak soon. Right, hi guys, right, here we are, another Martin's review. Sorry I've not made any videos for the last week. I'm out in the garden, but it's a lovely day, so I thought I'd make some videos. And I got a Star Wars haul this week, picked up quite a bit of stuff actually, so I'm going to do this now. Picked up a Star Wars Rebel U-Wing fighter from Rogue One. To say this is the box. You do get a figure with this. This is the back. Get a Cassian Andor. I got this from Argos. They're going very cheap, guys. These things are 50 quid, guys. Paid 20 for it. So, shall we take a look at it itself? Voila, the U-Wing Rebel fighter. It's like an helicopter of the Rebellion fleet, isn't it? You know, I love this ship. It reminds me somehow of the old. This bit here reminds me of the Buck Rogers Starfighter from many years ago. So shall we take a look? As you can see, now when you put the engine pods on here, they are a fucker to get back off. So we're going to put this back in the box, but it's very hard to get the engine pods off. So I've decided to put it on the shelf and leave it out. And this thing is massive, as you can see. So right. They say it'll be interested in it. This is the cockpit. There's Cassian Andor. Well, I did have his laser. Where's this gun? Well, I did have a gun actually. Figures is a bit stiff actually. So there's the figure. That's Cassian Andor. He wants to get back in the ship. Figures. I'm not really into these super small figures, but I thought, because I just wanted the ships, that's all that matters to me. I think the ships look marvellous. So it's the cockpit clothes. In the film they had a door underneath, didn't they? You know where everybody went. So this is the underneath. Fires Nerf 2 Nerf darts. I think it carries them, does it carry them underneath? No, that's just, yeah it does. You can put them there. That's the front. I mean, this thing is big, guys. But what I like about it is the wings. As you can see. Now that is cool. Don't you think that's so cool? Look at that. You know, I do like this. I'm very happy with this, especially what I paid. I want to pay 50 quid for it. Trust me, I've been over all the Star Wars stuff in shops at the moment, as you can tell. There we go. So that's the U-Wing Rebel fighter, and I'll show you on the other one. So picked up the Star Wars Rogue One TIE Striker, as you can see here. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Get a figure, you get a pilot figure with this. There's the back. Yeah, see, it's pretty cool graphics on the back actually. So let's take a look at the fighter itself. You do get Nerf darts for this, guys, but they're in the box. So here we go. This is the thing. The wings are a bit. The wings are a bit odd. It's a bit sort of hard to move. You know, the wings. See, there's the front of it. I mean, this thing does look pretty cool, don't you think? I think it's more of a bomber. TIE Striker. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an authority on Star Wars ships like I am starships. This is where the Nerf dart goes in there. Put some Nerf darts here. Right, you want to know if it opens? Yeah, it does. There we go. I'm not a big fan of these figures, guys. Too small. There we've got Rebel, that's not Rebel fighter, we've got the Strike Fighter pilot. As you can see, does he get, yeah, he's got a gun. So it does fit in here very nice, but I think you could probably fit a bigger figure in. No, there's nothing goes on it. You put this top on. So this is the detail of it. I know what you think. And that's it really, nothing spectacular. The wings are a bit sticky, but I've got a stand for this, what I'll display it on, because it is a bit weird to sort of stand up, do you know what I mean? So that's the tie striker. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. So we'll see. Well, I got hold of a Darth Vader plushie. I found this in a charity shop. So I couldn't resist it. It's cute, isn't it? Thought I've got to give it a home, and it speaks when it squares its sound.
I am your father.
I am your father. Are you? You're my dad? God, honestly. So as you can see, this is the plushie, and we'll move on to something else. Seems like it's all this here. I don't know. Let's have a look at it. Let's give him a bit of a new look. What about that? Nah, it don't work, does it? Don't they get all trendy with Darth Vader? So that's him. So let's go on to the next one. Hey, get back in the house. Get back in the house. Right, guys, picked up Ezra Bridger from Rebels that got this really cheap 17-inch figure, 7 points of articulation from Jakks. Head goes round, as you can see. Look at him buzzing. Stop it now. Right. So you do get a lightsaber here with his gun. It doesn't light up, guys. Movements are very limited. You can see, like I said, I would like to see some boot tread on here. I think, is that the number of the figure? Imported Jakks Pacific UK Limited. See underneath. I do like the face sculpt on this. It does look like him. So cartoon, isn't it? Really, I mean, it looks pretty awesome. So as you can see, he's very teenager-ish, and he's like he wants to go. Come back. Right, I know BB-8's in the house. Right, so as you can see, I do like the detail. I mean, this does look like the character from Star Wars Rebels. The hands go around like that, as you can see. No. And so that's it. I mean, it's just a basic figure, but for me the face sculpt does it all. On the back, typical screw holes everywhere. So if you want to modify the thing is with Jakks figures, a lot of people do weather them and modify them, and the beauty is, because you've got all these screw holes there, you can take these figures apart really easily. Oh yeah. So as you can see, so that's an Ezra Bridger. So we'll go on to the next one. We have the 31-inch Darth Vader. And this is a monster. So let's have a look at this face. Look at the face. Love the sculpt for this. It's 31 inches. As you can tell, look at me. That's how big he is. His hands, so a pretty basic movement. The hands turn round, but he does the force clench, which is super cool. If you're going to modify this, we recommend a heavier cape and his dress thing at the front here, because some people do modify it with more heavier material, which is pretty cool. But this is a great figure, it really is. I've got the 4-foot one as well. As you can see, you've got his control panel here, the belt, there's no noises. It looks like, really, you could think, is the batteries in this, because it does look like that. There is another version where it holds the lightsaber. This one don't. Lightsaber's on the hilt here. So we're going down, as we can see. His armour looks great. You know, the detailing, the ribs here, brilliant. I don't think I'd modify this. I think I'd keep it as it is. I mean, look at that. I just love the face sculpt on this. It's so shiny as well, guys. It is just so shiny. Oh, he's off. just come back, right? As you can see, get a close up there. Do love all this. I'm thinking about getting a big bust, you know, with just this here. And his head, you take that off and see his face and that. So that's the Darth Vader from Jakks Pacific. As you can see, we'll take another look. It does look good stood outside though, doesn't it? So we'll go on to, I'll show you, I picked this one up last week at a car boot, can you believe it? Car boot, and I got it for next to guys, it's my favourite. Now I know that is going cheaper than the other figures. There is the 18-inch one, the Grand Inquisitor, the Imperial Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels. And I've seen this figure going really cheap, but this was cheap, but now this is the 31-inch version, and I just fucking love this figure. I think it's amazing. I actually do. I know it's going cheap and it's not popular, but I adore this figure. Right, so let's take a look. As you can see, the boat's all standard stuff here. Going down, look at the lightsaber. The lightsaber on this must be over a foot in length, the lightsaber alone. But look at his face sculpt. Now I've got him on a stand and he is pretty creepy looking at it, and I just love this figure. I do. I love the armour here. All this. This is the back, as you can see. Look at the back here. Pretty standard screw holes everywhere. Now, his movements, I mean, his legs aren't too bad actually. You can do the old goose step. His hands go around. Hands are pretty cool. I suppose could hold something else there. Got his breeches on. Stand him up. But what's the size? Hang on, I'm not going to walk round this, guys. Is the lightsaber. You know, the ones they have on Rebels that rotate round. To be honest, I would love a full-scale sized lightsaber like this. You know, Force FX one or Black Series one would be fucking amazing. I wonder if Saberforge would make us a lightsaber like that, because I would pay for one, definitely. So, let's have a look at the lightsaber. Now, when I pose him, I've got him up where he's got his lightsaber up like that. They use the lightsaber like a helicopter blade, can't they? So I've got him up like that, you see. So he stands, you know. But his face sculpt and the detail is awesome. Look at them eyes now, they're creepy. But the circular things is actually strapped in his hand, so you can't move this about. So you put the rods on, they come in another box. But personally, this is one of my favourite figures. I love this figure. I know it's not popular. Well, I don't mean by it's not popular. A lot of people, out of all the Star Wars figures, out of all the Star Wars sort of Jakks series, you see him the cheapest. And it's a shame because he's so well done, you know. And I just love this figure. Articulation, 7 points as usual. His head turns around, but again, Jakks are just so good at making these big figures, and they're just brilliant. So we'll move on to the last one in the collection, which I picked up this week. Guys, picked up the Star Wars one. These are quite rare in the Jakks series, the big figures. Imperial Hover Tank Driver from Rogue One. This is 18-inch. Imperial combat drivers operate the Empire's arsenal of armoured repulsor vehicles, from troop transports to heavily armed hover tanks. Combat drivers are lightly armed, relying instead on the thick skin of their vehicles to protect them in battle. So there we go, that's that. And shall we take a look at the figure itself? I do love this figure. Right, so show you the back first. All the standard Stormtrooper recruitments on the back here, and all this. Screws going down, and that's that. So you can mod this easily to come apart, these figures. That's the beauty of them. Now let's turn him round. Look at this. That is stunning. That is one beautiful figure. Now these are quite rare in the Jakks series to get hold of. I've been trying to get hold of the Scarif one. Oh, it was on Amazon, but they sold out. It was on for about 3 days, gone. And the Scarif ones are going for ridiculous prices. But I will get one. So we'll go up. Now my favourite bit is this. I love the boots here. Look at the detailing on them boots. Like I said, I like foot tread, but they haven't got any. The boots are fucking incredible. Look at that. The detail. The arm armour, you see there, looks good. Going round. Go down the front. Here, the armour looks brilliant. And this is the face sculpt with the helmet and everything. Like the visor. I don't think if I were going to weather this, I don't think I'd bother modifying it. I'd leave this as it is. Because trust me, when it's stood with the other stormtroopers, it does look amazing. And this look does look quite frightening. Do love the 31-inch Death Trooper, which has gone up in price quite a lot now as the Death Trooper. Luckily I got one of them quite cheap when they come out. The gun comes off separate. See, another look at this. So we'll stand him up here. You see him? This is the gun, guys. And that looks typical, totally classic Stormtrooper rifle. Brilliant. Do love the detail. You know, absolutely awesome. So, does the gun fit easily? Yes. Yeah, the gun fits really easily. Like again, standard movements, guy, the arms go round. The head goes round just about like that. Usual movements, nothing special. You can pose him to a point, turn the hand round. You know, so he can be posed to a point. But I stand him like that. I think that's probably the best way to be. Guard duty. Are you going to guard the house outside? Will I have a cup of tea? No, he's not going to do it. Wants to go back in, he doesn't like it out here. So that's my review of my Star Wars haul I picked up from Car Boots and Cheapo, hoovering up all the cheap bargains through the week around where I live. So we'll see you on the next video, guys. Please give this video a like, give it a subscribe and share. It'd be great to hear your thoughts, guys. Have a great weekend and don't forget Doctor Who's on in about an hour. Bye.